What's up, everyone? Matt Vanacoro from Ask.Audio here, and I'm checking out the Yamaha SessionCake. I've got the SC01 and the SC02. The vibe behind the SessionCake is that it's a personal headphone monitoring mixer that can help you create sort of a silent practice room, a jam session with people. It's very, very easy to get started and hooked up. The unit itself has a plastic case. It's pretty sturdy though, even though it's made out of plastic. It feels nice and rugged. The buttons and knobs are pretty large. So all of the knobs, as you turn them, they're easy to get to and kind of quick. The jacks felt very sturdy too. As I plugged everything in, nothing was moving around, nothing was sparking or making any noise, as can sometimes be inherent with 1/8" mini jacks. So everything feels nice and sturdy. So basically, the deal with these is that you can plug into your own personal headphone mixer and you can adjust your own volume. So once you've done that, if you have someone else, another musician who wants to plug in, it's as simple as just taking this supplied sort of 4-pole cable and you take the chain channel out from one and then plug it into the next. And you can chain up to 8 of these together. And then once you do that, then you can adjust the mix by basically, you can adjust your own volume for your own headphones. So this is how much me goes into my headphones. And then the general volume of the rest of the mix of everything all at once. So you can bring everything down and bring yourself up or vice versa. So what you basically want to do is kind of set yourself a good input level for everyone first, so it's not clipping, you sound good, you have enough gain for everyone, and then you can adjust your own personal mix right there. There's also an aux input on the side of each of the session cakes, which is pretty cool. It allows you to plug in a device with a headphone jack. You may or may not have one of those. And it also allows you to plug into like iOS devices and things to use for effect processing. So you can actually get some reverb and chorus and stuff like that. Or you can record mono output of the whole thing. So, not necessarily, you won't be recording your next album with the SessionCake, but you can absolutely jot ideas down, get a full group jamming, totally silently in a back room somewhere and record the output at a high quality. So the reason that there's two is you've got one that's more geared towards like guitarists and standard 1/4" input people. But you could be a keyboardist with this, I guess, if you are not a singing keyboardist. But this one, the SC02, the blue one, actually has a stereo input, so it's a little bit more appropriate for a piano or keyboard player. And it also has a mic input. So if you're a guitarist who sings, then you might want to use the left mono input of that and the mic. There's a separate mic gain on the side of it as well that you can set, and you probably should turn off when you're not using it. So I played with these. I found them to be great. I mean, they're so quick to set up. They're so easy to use. It may not have the flexibility of some of the dedicated, Jam Hub style larger practice units, but those are very expensive. There's a very high cost of entry. These are really inexpensive. They're great to plug right into your mobile device, and you can use the aux input to plug in an iPhone or something and go ahead and just jam along. So even if you have to get a lightning adapter, it's they're a couple of dollars. It's not that big a deal. You can go ahead and get your tracks going, play along. You don't have to worry about playing out loud where anyone can hear you. So they're really cool. I find also that the size, because some of the other headphone private mixers are quite large, these situations, the size really lends itself to just tossing it in your bag and keeping it in there all the time. It runs on batteries, so you can literally just whip it out and be like, yeah, I need to practice real quick. Pop it up on top. You can hear your tunes, you can practice, and no one else needs to know. So the Yamaha SessionCakes are really cool. I really dug them, and definitely thumbs up from Ask Audio.